Welcome to BDSM. Bloody, dreadful, shite, movies.
This is Chris.
Hello there.
And some people say he has questionable taste in movies. So he's on a mission to see if this is true. By watching the most painfully bad movies he can find and try to enjoy them. He'll be scoring each movie based on 5 categories. 1. Did he find it entertaining in any way? 2. Did it have a good story idea? 3. Was it boring? 4. Will he ever watch it again? 5. Would he recommend anyone else to watch it?
Hello and welcome back to Bloody Dreadful Shite Movies podcast. But if it's your first time here, I'd like to welcome you to my cinematic hell.
May God forgive me for what I have unleashed unto this earth.
So, before I get on with this week's movie, I think it's time for a BDSM quickie.
Listen, do you think we got time for a little quickie?
I'll be reviewing Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. It stars Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Justice Smith, Sophia Lillis, and Hugh Grant. It's based on the tabletop role-playing game of the same name, and the plot is...
A charming thief and a band of unlikely adventurers embark on an epic quest to retrieve a lost relic, but things go dangerously awry when they run afoul of the wrong people.
Let's roll for review. 1. Did I find it entertaining? Hell yes. It's a great mix of action, comedy and adventure. 2. Did it have a great story idea? Definitely. The story had a real D&D feel. Don't let that put you off if you're not a fan of D&D, but if you like fantasy movies, I think you'll love it. 3. Was it boring? Hell no. Cracks on a fair old pace, very entertaining, didn't find it boring at all. 4. Will you ever watch it again? Definitely. Most definitely. I'm going to pre-order it as soon as I can. 5. Would I recommend anybody else watch it? I'd say if you're a fan of action, comedies, you'll love it. Really a good watch. So all in all, it's refreshing to see a big budget movie that isn't based on superheroes.
Your dungeon master has placed you in a dreadfully precarious position. You're playing the most phenomenal game ever created. Your skin grows cold from your first glimpse of the enormous beast. It's a product of your imagination. Survival depends on a quick, decisive move. Your choices are limited. Stand and fight, or run. Use your lightning bolt. Victory is yours. Win the treasure. TSR Hobbies, Dungeons & Dragons games. Products of your imagination.
Let's get down to the main event. This week's movie is 1985's Yes Madam, which is brought to us by D&B Films, and was inflicted on me by my friend Rick Kelvington from kelvington.com. It stars Oscar winner Michelle Yeoh, action 80s movie star Cynthia Rothrock. It has a rating of 6.6 on IMDb and 62% on Rotten Tomatoes. So why is it in the cinematic dungeon, I hear you cry? I heard the dubbing in this is horrible. Literally horrible. Okay, the plot is...
Michelle Yeoh and Cynthia Rothrock star as a couple of tough-as-nails police inspectors investigating the murder of a British agent, which leads them to a pair of unlucky thieves who need protection from a ruthless crime boss.
The reviews for Yes Madam ain't that bad. There isn't a review under 4 stars, which is a good sign. And here they are.
If this was just Yeoh and Rothrock kicking ass as a buddy cop duo, I would have loved this. Unfortunately, there's a lot of other stuff that drags down the movie. The final action sequence is absolutely perfect. But I'm not sure what to think of that very strange ending.
First time at the Alamo Drafthouse. It's alright but nothing special really. It was cool seeing this on the big screen. Standard Hong Kong affair. There was a lot of mid stuff in this movie, but every once in a while there was some brilliant stuff. Michelle Yeoh kicks some ass. Her look in this is a little weird. Cynthia Rothrock was great. It was really cool seeing Shui Hark as an actor for once. James Chan was welcome surprise as a villain. Also, Sammo and Richard in cameos were so fun.
So, let's get kung fu fighting.
Now, I noticed a tendency for this program to get rather silly. Now, I do my best to keep things moving along, but I'm not having things getting silly.
Whoa, that was your average Hong Kong action flick. But I was expecting a lot more action and a lot less badly dubbed talky comedy scenes. Yes, the dubbing on this is so bland and so bad.
Madam, here's the autopsy report in Norden.
What did they say, suicide?
Not exactly, but one thing is sure, there was no struggle and no violence either. The death was caused by a 4.5mm projectile which entered the front and came out the back.
Ah, he means a bullet. If it's that clean, must be a professional. They don't leave any clues behind.
Do you know how many murders there are each day, and how many of those get solved?
Huh? No idea.
Well, neither do I. However, I do know what your chances of a promotion are.
Oh, really?
Terrible.
It's just lifeless. Nobody shows any emotion whatsoever. Even Cynthia Rothrock is dubbed.
Bring in the Pope if you want. Still won't talk.
I do admire your loyalty, but the guy who sold you the password, he dropped you in it. Didn't you realize that? So you tell us the whole story and we'll go easy on you.
Yeah, sure.
I can hear you saying, why don't I watch the subtitle version? With subtitles, I end up reading them instead of watching the film. And I miss tons.
He's dyslexic, so he has to memorize everything.
And also, this film has, for some odd reason, named 3 characters after pharmaceuticals. Strepsil, aspirin, and Panadol. Oh, God knows why.
Hey! Aspirin! Aspirin! Where are you?
I'm right here.
What are you doing? Hey! Hey, wake up! Aspirin, take a look at this. Huh? Look.
Stop bugging me. If it's interesting, read it out.
Yesterday in a Kowloon hotel, a rich British tourist was murdered. It's the hotel where we stole the things. The passport we gave Panadol belonged to him. Here, look at the picture. Look at it.
Alright, so, let's get straight to it, shall we? Let's see if I enjoyed this cinematic treat.
Round 1, fight!
Was it entertaining in any way?
It was okay. Not too bad. Had some enjoyable fight scenes. The ones who were named after bloody things from The Chemist, their fight scenes are very like Bottom or Three Stooges. Silly little set pieces. They're quite fun. The fighting scenes with Michelle Yeoh and Cynthia Rothrock, oh, top notch. So, I'm going to give it a point.
You win! Round 2, fight!
Did it have a good story idea?
Story's very basic.
A relentless inspector and a Scotland Yard detective investigate a murder linked to microfilm.
And having the story idea of Cynthia Rothrock playing somebody from Scotland Yard is really silly. And so, I'm not going to give it a point.
You lose! Round 3, fight!
Was it boring?
I won't call it boring. It wasn't the greatest martial arts movie I've seen. Dragged a little, but it wasn't too bad. It didn't seem like it went on for like an hour and a half or something. It was alright. So, I'm going to give it a point.
You win! Round 4, fight!
Will Chris ever watch it again?
Probably not. It wasn't the greatest. I've seen it. It was enjoyable-ish. It's just not that great. I've seen some better martial arts movies. You know, a bit of Jackie Chan, things like that. Legends of Fun Sayuk. That's my favourite. Yeah, this is not on my favourite, so I'll probably just skip it next time it comes on. Yeah, so it's not going to get a point.
You lose! Round 5, fight!
Would Chris recommend anyone else to watch it?
Yeah, if you're a martial arts fan. It's got some well choreographed fight scenes, fairly fun. Michelle Yeoh's ever so good in it. Even Cynthia Rothrock's not bad, apart from her voice. It sounds so weird. I don't know who got to dub it sounds like an old lady. But it's fun, so I'm going to give it a point.
You win!
So, it scores 3, making it just in the cinematic pink.
Sure sounds pretty fishy to me.
So, what shall I try and enjoy next time? I fancy a bit of horror, with a pinch of sci-fi and a smattering of action. God, I sound pretentious. So, I'm watching 2022's Sharkula. Oh yes. Don't know much about it. I know it's got something to do with Dracula and sharks. I know it's very cheap and very, very low rated. So just hope I can enjoy this. Oh God. I've really got to remember why I'm doing this to myself. See you next time.
If you would like to join Chris on his painful mission, then come and join the BDSM Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/BDS movies. Or you can contact the BDSM Dungeon by email bdsmpodmovie@gmail.com.